And it's lights out and away we go.
Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening from wherever you're listening. And welcome back to the GTUK F1 podcast. I am joined by David.
Hey everyone, how's it going?
Warm weekend.
Yeah, luckily it's cooled off a bit as of the time we're recording this because it was borderline unpleasant the back end of last week. Let's be honest. I know we shouldn't complain. We're the kind of country we spend all our time complaining that we don't get decent summers, and after 2 days of it, we're all dying. So,
But the problem is, it's like we've said before, it's a different heat because it goes from cool to hot very quickly and brings the humidity with it.
it's sort of, to me, it's like that. It's more the point. The trouble is, we as a country are too middle ground to fully prepare for anything.
Meh.
You know, places in America that have like 40 degrees for 3 months a year every year, prepare for it. Countries that have 2 feet of snow every winter for 3 months, prepare for it.
Yeah, well.
Just I was actually looking at what air conditioning costs to put into like 2. It's actually not as bad as you'd think.
No, but to run it and maintain it is.
And I was just really inquiring, you know.
So,
but anyway, enough about home problems. The Austrian Grand Prix,
yeah,
where it was a balmy conditions out there as well.
Well, that's what yeah, but Europe was completely covered in like what was known as a heat dome, and they were saying
sounds like something you'd use for injuries.
Yeah, but they were saying that this was before the race, so we're not foreshadowing. It was the track was like 65.
Like
60,
I heard
65 degrees.
Him say 62.
Something like that.
Just before the race. But before the race, that was qualifying.
Yeah, but 60-odd degree track temperature, you can't touch that.
No, that would literally be the point where shoes would, if you cheap shoes would be starting to melt.
Well, obviously, I watched a little bit of the build-up. There was Anthony Davidson, Jamie Chadwick, and somebody else. I can never remember which one it is. Could have been Natalie. They were stood on the grid, and basically, Davidson said he could feel the heat coming through his shoes. And I doubt he wears cheap shoes. Well, yeah. Qualifying.
So to me, the big talk of qualifying didn't come till Q3.
Yeah, but
I will say there was I admire the uniformity of Q1, shall we say?
Well, the fact that it was two Aston
Martins, two Cadillacs, two Williams.
Two Williams.
Yeah, the Noah's Ark approach to qualifying. I like that.
Yeah, but Ocon got through barely.
Colapinto were closer.
I know. Ocon, I've heard rumours or talk of if Ocon doesn't improve, they're perhaps looking at Yuki.
Let's be honest, the rumour mill is currently flying at full. It's currently spinning so fast, I'm surprised it's not taken off. Because between that, you've got the rumours of Max.
And got McLaren.
And I think it's all a lot of grade A horse manure, but. And that's not prancing horse manure before anybody tries that one.
Yeah, but the problem is, who the hell would you get rid of at McLaren to put Max in?
Whoever's got the least contract left.
But they both haven't.
That's what I'm saying. In terms of driver pairing, yeah, you're right. I mean, Lando's your current champion, so I guess you wouldn't dump into a car that's currently wearing number 1. If purely for the marketing, it's number 1. You know what I mean? You wouldn't.
Yeah.
But but the trouble is, this almost boils back to the Ferrari Hamilton thing, which I still, to this day, will say, racing wise, wasn't a good move. Yes, he's won a race since then, but I think in the same time, Carlos would have won a few more.
Probably.
But it will be the same as it has been for Ferrari with Lewis. Max Verstappen in a McLaren would sell a fuck ton of orange t-shirts.
He already sells enough of orange t-shirts as it is.
Okay, papaya t-shirts then.
I was going to say, he already sells enough orange, but...
You know what I mean? That's...
Oh, yeah.
As I've said it before, the Ferrari Hamilton thing was a business decision, not a racing decision.
Yeah.
With hindsight, I can see that. I still stand by if Max leaves Red Bull, he'll leave F1.
Oh, yeah.
He'll go endurance racing, sim racing, I don't know, whatever the fuck he wants to do. Because let's be honest, he turns up at something, he tends to be good at it.
Might even try his hand at Le Mans.
Yeah, I'd like to say, it's a shame he said publicly that he has no interest in IndyCar. Because I think the Triple Crown will be on if he did.
Oh, yeah. But this is the problem. I can't see him go to McLaren. Yes.
I can't see what it would offer him as like a... Because let's be honest.
Because who's going? Is it Is GP got? GP's got McLaren.
GP's going in at the end of the year,
well,
yeah.
Where's Hannah going?
You'd have to... off the top of my head, I don't follow these things into that level of detail.
Because I'm sure she's going somewhere as well.
The other thing for Max, I'm not sure he'd want to lose because that Red Bull, let's be honest, Red Bull would sponsor him in anything.
Oh, yeah.
You know, his Mercedes endurance car, Red Bull. So to walk away from that, I'm pretty sure he could announce he's going for professional tiddlywinks and they'd still try and make pogs with his face on. But I don't think Max is going anywhere. I think, especially a bit of foreshadowing after this weekend, we know a lot of the teams brought upgrades this weekend, Red Bull being one of them.
Yeah.
Now, okay, qualifying, it may not have looked that great for reasons we will get onto very soon, but let's be honest, in the race, put it this way, he got my vote for driver of the day. Because let's be honest, it was a steaming drive.
Oh, yeah.
At one point, he looked on to possibly win it.
Oh.
Have you found where she's going then, have you?
I
thought you were looking that up, that's why I was sort of filling.
Oh, okay. I don't know if it's true, but there's possible exit rumors. She's actually the rumor mill and former insiders that suggest that Ferrari want her, basically.
Now we're going to try actually having a strategy department and see how that works out, eh?
Yeah.
By the way, while he's still filling Formula One, if you're listening to this, your website, can I make a small suggestion? When you're looking at like qualifying, why not make it so you can click on Q1, Q2, Q3 and it sorts them by their time in that session?
Would be handy.
Yeah, if you could just click on Q1 at the top here and it would then sort them.
Yeah.
So you could see what the final result of Q1 was, for example. Would make things easier to work. Or give us 3 separate pages for if we wanted them.
Yeah.
But anyway, so yeah. Q1 we lost, say, 2 by 2 by 2.
Yeah.
Q2, once again, 2 Hasses, 2 Audis, and 2 Alpines, actually, just not quite as uniform.
No. And it's because Gasly was looking good for getting into Q3 until the likes of Hadjar and Lindblad and all that lot came along.
Are you going to start accepting Lawson's not doing bad yet, or do we still need to beat you with that stick a bit more?
I'm not accepting it at this point.
Okay, I'll keep beating him then.
I don't know.
And I think he's doing solid work. The Racing Bulls car isn't quite on the pace of the big three, big four, I guess.
No.
But he's doing solid work, is Lawson. I mean, he's the more experienced of the two, so you'd expect him to be the team leader. You know, he out-qualified Lindblad in every session.
Oh, yeah.
Obviously, Hadjar may finally be sort of showing that the Red Bull second seat curse is broken. Okay, they may have broken it by nobbling Max's car as well a little bit, but...
Yeah, but Hadjar's seem to have had kind of got a handle on that car now a little bit more.
Well, he did say, didn't he? He's got a similar driving style to Max.
To Max, yeah.
So maybe that's why maybe he can just settle with that car better than some of the other drivers. Oh.
Yeah, Kimi, I don't know. Kimi had a bit of a...
Well, I'll kick on to, the two the McLarens struggled, I think it's fair to say.
Yeah, I would say so.
Obviously, Max, it's Red Bull's home Grand Prix. It's sort of his de facto home Grand Prix. He has family links, doesn't he? Or they've often classed it as like his second home Grand Prix. So he's got a lot of Dutch fans make the journey.
Spa's his second home.
Spa, sorry, yeah.
Spa's his home Grand Prix. Technically,
he's like dual nationality, Dutch and Belgium, isn't he?
Yeah. The Red Bull one is like a home Grand Prix for Red Bull because
it's the Red Bull ring.
It's their track. Silverstone's going to be kind of another home Grand Prix for Red Bull itself because Milton Keynes.
But yeah, and obviously Kimi Antonelli. I think these last couple of races, I think he had such a flying start to the season, and I think he's just taken a little bit of a knockback, and he's going to show a lot of his character how he bounces back from this.
Not just that, I think Kimi's very quick.
Oh yeah, he's very, very quick.
I don't want to say it, but I don't quite think he's as experienced yet as some in terms of managing getting tires into windows, and I think
So I've got this mental image of him trying to push a tire through a window.
But you know what I mean? I think to get him into the right
I know,
working
it's just the way
window.
you worded it. Just the way you worded it. Mental image of him trying to lift tires up and through a window. But no, so I think last weekend knocked his confidence. I think Russell's finally woke up a little bit and realised he's got to fight this one.
Too right, he does.
I still think George half expected these seasons. Yes, Hamilton's gone. It's my team now, rock and roll boys, and it hasn't played that way.
Definitely not, and it still hasn't, considering where he is on the Drivers' Championship at this point.
Yeah, and Ferrari.
Now,
after the high of Barcelona, let's be honest, and not a Hamilton fan, was a good result. Good result for him. Well played. Earned it. Things were looking good into Austria. Qualifying, you got to admit, didn't go badly for them.
No.
And then we had Max deciding to entertain the Red Bull crowds in a totally different fashion.
His car just
snapped. I mean, let's be honest. How often, and I can recall twice. Was it not Australia this year that he did something similar at turn 1, but it turned out the car's rear wing had failed?
Clipped too much.
Was it this year? It was Australia this year, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Mistakes like that from Max are non-existent.
Oh, very rare.
Yeah.
You know, go back to the likes of Baku, when that tyre gave up.
Tyre give up, yeah. There was Baku a few years ago where him and Mark Webber fell over each other when they were teammates. But I'm pretty sure that was Webber who actually ran into him, wasn't it?
Possibly.
But anyway, so. And this is where me and you had a bit of discussion because obviously the yellow flags, Max's car spun off last turn but one, turn 9, is it classed as? I think it's only a 10-turn circuit in Austria.
Yeah. Before the pit
Spun
lane.
out barriers, basically where the pit entrance is, other side of the road. Yellows were thrown. Now Kimi Antonelli backed right off.
Because he thought it was a
It was double yellow. Now apparently Russell did back off, and obviously me and you were both in agreement we didn't think he'd keep the pole position.
No.
But if he backed off and still said that time, what fucking time would he have been on if he hadn't had to back off?
Exactly.
You know what I mean? That's what I'm trying to get at here is he obviously, because the FIA take this kind of shit seriously.
Well, yeah, but the fact that the double wave yellows didn't come out till the medical card got deployed. But this is where the confusion and tighter things need to be brought in. The marshal post was showing double yellow. Kimi got confused on his dashboard.
Was it? Because I mean, maybe from what I saw, which they showed a replay.
I saw the
from onboard Russell's car, and the panel
and Kimi's
was only showing because
single.
when it's a double wave yellow,
It's diagonal.
it shows like two triangles, doesn't it? Alternating. Yeah. It wasn't. It was showing a single yellow panel. Now this is where I don't fully know the exact ins and outs of all these things, but from what Karun was saying, certainly that was only a single yellow.
Yeah, it was.
Let's say if it goes to double yellow, I've seen videos where it's the two alternating triangles.
Yeah.
Now, maybe there was a little bit of desync between the dashboard and the panels. I don't fully, like I said, I'm assuming a lot of these systems are automatic.
Well, on George's dashboard and Kimi's dashboard, because Anthony Davison went over it on the SkyPad as well, it was showing single yellow, but Kimi misinterpreted.
Yeah.
Fuck's sake, yeah. He basically made a mistake and thought it was a double yellow when it was actually a single yellow. So he backed
right off.
Yeah.
Which, to be honest, the car in the barrier, you've got to assume. Because normally a situation like that would throw a double. Especially because it was a car in a barrier.
That should have been a double.
In a very easy spot for somebody else to hit.
Yeah, that should have been a double straight off, not a single. So
obviously, if the car's on the inside of the barrier and the inside of the track, then yeah, you can probably get away with a single. But when it's literally in the firing line, as you would call it,
pretty much.
I mean, to be honest with you, quite often, if it wasn't for the fact there was only seconds on the clock, stuff like that normally gets reds in qualifying these days.
Yeah.
But there was literally I think about 12 seconds on the clock, wasn't there, when it did it? So
yeah, so there was no point.
No point red flagging it because he'd never had done it with it anyway.
Apart from Leclerc getting pulled and not Russell.
Yeah. But we've got to remember as well, George Russell is, of course, the head of safety for the Drivers' Association. So if he says it was all right, then I guess it was all right.
Yeah. But I was surprised at the time that he.
Well, me and you both said it.
Kept that.
Because you messaged me, didn't you? And I said he'll get deleted. And then suddenly I think it put up, didn't it? They put up that it has been upheld. I forget the exact wording.
Well, they were investigating it, and then
obviously they saw it was single yellows and have let it, which is the correct decision. If it was under single yellows, then correct.
Well, yeah. But for the FIA, and this is the thing that's it caused quite a bit of controversy. But the thing is, if the FIA is all about safety, why the hell did a single yellow get chucked and not a double?
This is where you'd need to know more about how these systems work. Because what I don't understand at this point,
Because if the marshal post was saying double, why the fuck did a single yellow get from? This is what
how I would assume these systems work is obviously marshals posts will be able to put flags out because they see something happen.
Yeah.
But as soon as they do that, it will go to the race director
Mm.
to make an overall decision.
Mm.
Obviously, you let the marshal post act independently because you don't want to have to wait for.
No.
So they can throw a single yellow. Race director gets told yellow in this sector. Think there's a car off. Confirm it, double yellows.
Yeah.
Now that will take time. I mean, you're talking seconds, hopefully, but that will take time to do. You can't just. It's not as simple as just straight to double yellows or anything like that. It's like safety car decisions and stuff like that, which we'll get onto in the race because further Kimi Antonelli's displeasure with those. But
Yep.
but the end result was Russell got pole. I got to keep it.
Hmm. If he hadn't have kept it, though, that would have gone to Leclerc.
Yeah. Would have been a Ferrari 1-2, wouldn't it, as things had stood at that point?
Yep. Now, I don't know where it would have chucked George, though, to be honest.
I can't remember.
Because I wonder if they'd knock him back to his Q2 time.
Why, did he not have a single Q3 time on the board at that point?
I think he did, but I can't remember what it was.
He'd have had to go on that.
Mm.
I mean, if he didn't have a time set, he'd have been 10th.
Yeah. No, he did a double run, so I just can't remember his exact time. And this is a thing I'd like to know. This is what would make it interesting. Yes, F1, if you're listening. Rather than just displaying the time that they set to get through, do the first run as well. Put the first run up. So do Q1, first run, second run, Q2, first
Trouble
run,
is,
second.
where do you draw that line? If they've done 3 or 4 laps, do you want them all shown? The only way you could do that is you'd have to have different pages for each one, I would say.
True. But it would make things easier.
I'm not saying it. I mean, or give us all access to like a full time thing.
Yeah.
I mean, there possibly is one out there somewhere that I just don't know about.
But, I mean, yeah, fair play, he knew the rules. But it did cause a lot of controversy.
All right.
Because, yeah, I was very surprised that the way that situation was handled, though. Like you say, if that had been 6 minutes on the clock, that would have been red.
I think that would have been straight red. Let's go out and have another go.
Yeah. Because they didn't even, that's the thing, they didn't even have assess the barrier. You know what I mean? Because it was that.
I don't think he hit the barrier that. I think the car had shed most of the speed.
Might look like he did it quite hard. He must have done it for the medical car to come out.
Well, no, that just means that G-force was triggered during the accident. That doesn't necessarily mean from the impact. That could just be from the car going through the gravel.
No, usually it's the impact that the medical car will come out on. Because it'll be the G sensor triggering. It's like when... Was it Behrman? When he had that big shunt. Was it Miami? Where did Behrman have that big shunt and it was like stupidly, ridiculously high G-force?
I honestly can't remember.
Could have been
now.
Miami. But anyways. the Ferraris were looking good.
Like I say, the Ferraris to me were trying to build on the previous race.
Yeah. Now, interestingly enough, though, the Red Bull wasn't. It was weird because of an impact that what looked quite nasty. He kept his starting place. Max kept his starting place.
Well, they obviously didn't feel the need to pull the car and change any major components.
No, and that's what I thought. I thought, oh, well, he's pit lane starting this or something like that. You know what I mean?
The rule. I mean, is the rule not if you cause a red flag, you lose your time? He didn't cause a red flag.
No.
And like I say, and if the team have decided that they didn't need new gearbox, new engine, you're allowed to replace damage like for like.
Oh yeah,
even under Parc Ferme. So obviously they're allowed to repair bits of the car that are broken as long as they are with like for like parts.
Oh yeah.
And that doesn't mean other damaged parts. That means it'll be same spec, same
spec, same spec, same weight.
You can't use it as a chance to do a cheeky upgrade.
No.
So clearly the car or the team at least felt the car wasn't too badly damaged, which, let's be honest, its performance during the race would kind of back that up.
Yeah. So, moving on.
Moving it on.
Now, we went going into the start, and it was a bit mental.
It was, in my opinion, bloody brilliant. Apart from, do you reckon Kimi Raikkonen plays Forza 6?
Why's that?
Some of them lines you're taking the first few laps are like what we take on Horizon.
Pretty much.
He's the only guy I know who did 4 miles of a 2-mile circuit.
Yeah, but the problem was, what was it? Did he have 2 track limit infringements?
And then the next lap he tries to get the Ferrari back and goes off circuit again. It's like, there's 2 white lines there, Kimi. Just try. I mean, he did better than last year where he decided to take Max out at turn 3, let's be perfectly honest.
Yeah.
I'm still salty about that one. Fucked my frigging limitless chip.
Because you had them both.
Yeah.
I think Kimi he pushed too hard at the start. And
this is what I'm saying. This is where
and buggered his
we're seeing inexperience.
Yeah.
He had a bad race at Barcelona because the car let him down.
Yeah.
So he's come back here feeling he's got to prove.
Yeah.
And unfortunately, I think he slightly overdrove it.
On the opening stint.
Well, he spent a lot of the day complaining about various things and stuck behind other cars. And there's little things like move on a little bit. He went to pass Leclerc, went off track.
Yeah.
So I had to give the place back. But did it in such a way that he managed to let Verstappen pass both of them.
Pretty much.
It's these little things like that that just remind you he's still really a rookie.
Well, yeah, but you've got to think with the opening stint, the heat of the track as well, and he.
I mean, you say the heat of the track was first. Both Cadillacs retired within 4 laps.
Well, Bottas's
brakes were on fire after 2.
Bottas wanted a barbecue.
Really leaning into his de facto Aussie roots.
Yeah. Oh, he wanted a barbecue. Then
Perez was out by lap 4.
Perez
was heat related.
Perez's car overheated.
But we're having some epic. I mean, we were treated to an old-fashioned Hamilton Verstappen fight, which was this is where I say, and I'll say it now, whoever was operating that drone at the end of the third third active aero sector, give them a bonus, because some of them shots they were getting were superb.
Well, a little bit of an off-topic tangent about that drone.
Off topic, us. When does that ever happen?
The the drone in question was the same. Is the same company, I believe, when they use it. Was the one that, if you ever saw the video of Max going up against a drone in an F1 car,
I think I've seen that one before. Yeah,
it's them, because it's that drone. Because that's the only drone that was built fast enough to keep up with the fucking things.
yeah,
So it is them that does it, I believe.
right.
Because
So-
I did see a video of the drone when it took off, of it there ready to take off, and it is that drone that they use.
I mean, yeah, you've got to think it's got to be something fairly fast and fairly
they
manageable.
They did
But at the same time, the operator, because to do that and keep it fairly smooth. Okay, it wasn't fully, but that's probably just comes with the territory of what you're doing.
Yeah, but the only
And keep the camera on the cars. It's there's a bit of skill there, I feel.
well, yeah, but the only downside to it was, I know why it was made, because a lot of people have been complaining about the drone shots I was reading.
I liked them. I thought they were brilliant.
Yeah, but they were saying that a lot of people felt motion sick because the quality wasn't as good. The quality of the picture wasn't as good. Considering that was supposed to be a 4K, that drone is a 4K drone. The quality of it wasn't great, and you actually did notice it.
Maybe they were losing quality in the
because of where they were.
Yeah, well, it's often it's a difficult spot to like weather forecast and that, isn't it? Because but it's like in a natural bowl is that circuit, and it does make things a bit more difficult.
It's just a shame that little percentage of weather didn't appear. That would have spiced things up a bit. But anyways, so yeah, obviously, we had you had the battles and everything, and then are you going where I think you're going with this?
Why? Where are you wanting to head?
Don't know if you were heading towards the Concal.
That's it, Carlos Sainz.
Yeah.
The onboard, the car just died.
Yeah, but did you hear the noise it made?
Yeah, because it bounced out of gear. Because you watch his dashboard just goes dead.
Yeah, I know that.
It just goes off. But I'm guessing what happened, and I'm guessing there's probably a safety feature in these cars at times now where they'll knock themselves out of gear, make them easier to move.
Oh, yeah. But it was...
So I reckon the engine's cut. Now, whether it didn't seem to blow up because it wasn't, fireworks. So whatever caused it, I think as it's done that, or it was as he's changed gear and it's got caught between the two gears and it'll be neutral. That's why you heard it. It basically threw itself with a red line.
I know, but Jesus Christ,
then came to a halt nicely under the pit wall. I'm actually surprised that didn't pull a full safety car,
Yeah, I know. Because they virtualed it, didn't they?
They VSC'd it, which one was going to say is one of the reasons why Antonelli's going to walk away from here not too happy.
He got lucky lap before.
The poor guy made 2 pit stops in this race, and both of them were 1 lap before a virtual safety car was called.
Yeah.
I mean, that's just unlucky. That's just...
Yeah, not great timing.
But I think, was it him or was it Hamilton that they tried to call him in and he was literally just past the end of the pit lane?
Hamilton.
He sort of said, didn't he, too late?
Yeah. Because he seemed to struggle at one point. He seemed to be struggling. And, obviously, you had Lawson complaining of fire in the car, or somewhere on the car.
I was actually listening to the Radio Rewind. He reckons it was on the front axle.
Oh, right, okay.
I tried to listen to the Radio Rewind, see if I could find a nice little clip to add to my soundboard, but unfortunately there wasn't actually anything particularly
Worth,
funny.
apart from...
You know me try and find. I normally try and find a funny clip or something, don't I? That I can throw on the
Yeah.
soundboard. But yeah, apparently because you get more there than you got during the broadcast.
Mm.
And he says, "Fire in the car." His engineer replies, "Where is it?" And he says, "On the front axle."
Oh, right.
Now, obviously, he's told to lift and coast. Whether it was a slight bit of brake overheat, and they managed to get it under control enough. Because, I mean, the
Yeah.
car finished the race, so it can't have been that big a problem.
No. What happened to Stroll?
I know at one point, I don't think we actually saw it on TV, but there was a rather good battle between him and Alonso.
Yeah.
He just says he's retired. He just says he retired. He doesn't give me a reason here. But, I mean, Alonso finished 3 laps down. Now, it's only a short circuit, which probably doesn't help.
No.
I mean, it got that bad that Alonso was actually lapped by the car in front of him.
Albon, Jesus.
Yeah, Alonso was lapped by Albon.
Christ.
So if he'd wanted to overtake him, he'd have had to pass him twice.
Yeah.
You know. So yeah, Aston Martin's problems, as we alluded to in qualifying talk, don't seem to have gone away anywhere yet.
Now,
I reckon the meetings between Newey and Honda are still about as pleasant as winter in the Antarctic.
yeah. But do you think that Alonso will leave at the end of the season? We know Stroll won't fuck off, but that's a different matter.
Honestly,
If that car carries on.
I don't know, because even if the car doesn't improve, I can't help but think it's not like he's got anything really else on the cards. He's not going to move to a different car. He's not going to get a drive in one of the top cars. To me, he's now doing what Kimi Raikkonen was doing 2 or 3 years ago.
Just doing it for the fun of it, sort of.
Yeah. It's bringing him in a bit of money. Not that he needs money, but it's, Did he not put out an interview recently that he at least, because he's just had a kid, hasn't he?
I don't. Yeah.
And he put out an interview saying he wants his kid to be old enough to see and know him in an F1 car.
Yeah.
I still say he's going to be racing Lily Verstappen in 17 years' time. In F1, I can see it coming. Still winning Rookie of the Year.
Now, the thing is, what I want to see with F1, I would like to see women in what seems like a male-dominated sport, and I'm not talking pit crew and stuff. I'm not talking pit crew. I'm not talking like strategists.
I've said this before, and I will stand by this. The second there is a female driver with genuine ability, genuinely looks like they will be able to compete at level, the F1 community, the F1 teams will fall over each other to sign them.
Oh, yeah.
Because the amount of press you will get bringing the first woman driver into act, because there's been women test drivers, but I don't think there's ever actually been a woman driver, full.
No.
If you can be the first team to do it,
oh yeah,
the amount of press you'll get, the amount of publicity that will earn you. I got by, and this is no offense to her, but so far, Jamie Chadwick won every year they did Formula W.
Yeah.
Couldn't compete at F3 level.
No.
Now, I know the car played a part in that. I'm not denying that bit. But still, that shows you, to me, there's still progress needs to be made. And I agree with you. There's no actual rule saying it's men only.
No, there isn't.
Yeah,
You know,
the second a woman comes through good enough, they'll get 11 offers immediately.
oh yeah. I mean, look at well, IndyCar Next have done it, or NXT. Or
IndyCar have done it, like NASCAR have had one or two.
Yeah. So
You know, the touring cars have had a couple. It's just
it's just such a shame that we don't see.
You've got to be careful how you word this, but it's like, as of yet, there's not really been in any of these forms a woman who's got the level of full-on competing. Now, maybe that's because the infrastructure isn't there at lower levels.
No,
maybe that's the problem. I'm not,
but that
because there's no real reason. It's not like motorsport is a particularly strength-orientated thing. If anything, then this is going to sound sexist as hell, but I'm not meaning it as the way. Women are generally smaller, lighter. You would think they would be better suited to motorsport. You know what I mean? I've killed him.
it's how to answer. It's how to respond to that.
Well,
To be honest,
it's not. I'm not saying it, but generally speaking.
Oh yeah, I know what you mean.
You know, this is the reason. You know, and I'm tiptoeing around not wanting to fall into the whole trans athletes debate because I don't want to get part in that.
No, that's not. To be honest,
but generally speaking, women are, because they're built differently, because that's a fact of anatomy.
Well, yeah.
You'd actually think would make them better suited some forms of motorsport.
The thing is, they've got, like I said, they've got the F1 Academy.
The problem I've got is stuff like this.
That's the thing. They only give them two seasons.
Stuff like the Academy, to me, almost goes the wrong way. It's like they're turning around and saying, well, we want women in F1, so we're going to start our own.
Well, yeah.
That, to me, is not... I want to play in your sandpit. Well, I'm not letting you. I'm going to have my own sandpit on my own then.
But...
it's not the same...
I get why...
Oh, I do get...
I get why they're doing it.
I also have this thing of how, they choose Hello Kitty as the partner of it and stuff like that. But that's a different debate entirely. We want to be taken seriously as women's sport. Here's pretty drawn animals.
Yeah, but...
I'm sorry, and I realise how that sounds, and I'm awaiting the angry, like the pitchforks and everything, but that's how it looks to me.
But it's, at the end of the day, it's sponsorship.
Oh, yeah. I mean, the main lot's sponsored by Disney now, so maybe it's all a bit...
Well, that's... Yeah. It's... Well, they've got a partnership with Disney, but the Disney merch is ridiculous, but that's another that's another discussion for another day, but I've looked.
I think there was it that one? I think Shell sent me a link to one, and it looked like bad Temu F1 merch. I wonder if I can find it again.
You have to find
I am not joking. She sent me a link, and it was on the genuine F1 website.
Yeah, I think I know which one it is. I think. But yeah. So bringing this back onto the rails.
Why would we do that?
Audi had an okay race.
Audi brought a lot of upgrades, and that's ones that seemed to work.
But it still kept them out of the points, unfortunately. But what, like I say, just Leclerc just struggled. Leclerc struggled. He really did. Do you not think?
I think Ferrari in general, Ferrari must have walked in thinking second and third on the grid. This is going to be great. Let's go, We've got a chance here of repeating Barcelona.
Mm-hmm.
Here we are. It's the Disney Fuel the Magic jacket.
Yeah, I know which one it is.
It looks to me like something you'd get on Temu.
Yeah.
For about £5.
Right, just keep rolling for 2 seconds and I'll be back.
No problem. Yeah, so okay, go on. Yeah, Ferrari, as we say, like I say, in my opinion, must have looked at this weekend and wonder where it went. Like I say, what I don't think anybody saw coming was Max. He drove the absolute wheels off that car. They brought upgrades, which I think he even said himself in interviews surprised him with just how well that car went. And the end result was a well-deserved second and a chance of the win. Like I said, I voted driver of the day for Max. I thought he put on a hell of a show. Great battles, great fighting. But, I mean, you got to give credit to George. Maybe it was the experience a little bit here. Because it's given Mercedes a far higher lead in the constructors. They are now 98 points clear of Ferrari. And a shit ton more clear of everybody else. Kimi now holds a 40-point lead, so he's now no longer 2 clear wins ahead. He's still a win in a bit, but considering the next race we're going into is George's home race, Silverstone, I mean, we're going to see from here how Kimi handles this, because he started this season flying, absolutely flying, and he's now had 2, well, I'll say bad races. You would class Austria as not being bad for him, but also not being as good. How he handles this will tell us a lot about how he's going to handle the rest of this championship.
Can we see some upset coming up in Silverstone?
I don't know. Like I say, I just stand by. This is going to be where we're going to see Kimi make or break, because if he loses his head after these last 2 results, maybe the immaturity will show a little bit. I don't know. Maybe he'll knuckle back down and be fine. Look back to a young Max. Young Max used to be very hot-headed, very flippant.
Yeah.
And he's actually settled down a hell of a lot as he's got older.
Oh, yeah.
But that comes with age. I mean, like I've said it before, we've got to remember these are kids.
Oh, yeah.
In a very public place. And it's, so when you hear the radio message, you got to remember they're young kids. Think of what you were like at that age if you remember that far back. I know it was a long time ago.
Hmm.
Life was black and white and... But, I mean, that covers what I would talk about the race. Like I say, a lot of lap traffic. We've covered the DNFs. Racing Bulls probably drifted down a little bit from where they were, but that was more because of other cars around them.
Yeah.
Obviously, I think McLaren, Norris in particular, aren't going to take much good away from this weekend.
Norris has gone very downbeat again.
This, to me, that's always been part of his problem, though. He does. You've almost got to develop more of a skin.
Take him a
thick
while.
skin than... yeah, sorry, I choked during that.
It'll take Norris a while, I think, to be honest.
Yeah, possibly. But that's kind of where he's got to learn, maybe just, you don't always have to take off.
Because Oscar seems to be able to manage, weirdly enough. Yeah.
Well, Oscar's almost got the Kimi Raikkonen attitude, and he just doesn't give a shit about anything.
Doesn't care.
Yeah. You could hand him a world championship and go, wow, okay.
Yeah.
It's
weird. His style, Oscar's style in the cars.
You hear him on radio during the race, and he sounds like he's cruising down the moat. He sounds like he's got cruise control on.
Yeah.
sipping a can of pop or something. He's totally just, which is amazing.
Considering he's going around the track at God
Yeah.
knows what speed.
And you hear some of the other drivers who are, about ready to
Max.
start throwing things at each other.
Well, even Hamilton.
Who was it got stuck? Was it Hamilton? Who got stuck behind Ocon towards the end of the lap to be lapped?
I
And was throwing all kinds of obscenities out.
have no idea. No idea.
Hold on.
He's trying to find out.
But no, it's not going to be listed here. It was one of them. Basically, they were going up to lap Ocon, but they met him just at a terrible part of the circuit, really, to meet him. And then it was stuck behind him. It was quite entertaining how they were getting riled up about it. It's like,
Yeah. Interesting. Okay. That's fine. So, we move on to the bit that I really don't want to know how this went.
mine wasn't a good weekend, but it was what it was.
So, as you know, we still do the F1 Fantasy and F1 Fantasy League. And, yours was not a good weekend, was it? Mine wasn't actually better either, but hey ho.
It was better by 19 points.
Yeah, only 19 points, and then, well, Alan really didn't fare much better anyways, did he?
No, I might have to go and, do something to Simon if he keeps this up.
I'd rather have Simon, to be honest, than
Alan.
Than Daniel at the moment. So, David is in 5th with 104 points. And the Bottas obviously let you down, which...
The double DNF for Cadillac really didn't do me any favours.
No. It was Cadillac and Bottas really that let you down, but...
Yeah.
Points for, Leclerc and Lindblad just seem really low.
Yeah, but Leclerc, lost 6 positions during the race.
True.
That's what's done him. Lindblad was just sort of mid-ground all weekend, wasn't he?
Yeah.
Yeah, Leclerc, you look at Leclerc, qualified 2nd, but finished 8th.
Yeah.
And you lose a point for every place they lose.
Yeah. At least they got the points right this time.
Yeah.
What the...
On to you. You've actually got no negatives apart from Williams. What's up?
Oh, no, yeah. I clicked on Leclerc and it showed his results for Spain. For his performance, and in Spain he got nothing.
How the hell have you managed to get Antonelli and Russell in the same team?
I have no fucking idea, but I did.
Oh, me.
That's why I've got a lot of money left. That's why I've got shit teams on the constructors. So yeah, I'm in 4th with 123. And yeah, Williams was the only one that did me. Alan's in
Alan
3rd.
in 3rd, negative for Sainz and Williams again.
Yeah. On 126.
Daniel once again had an additional...
Yeah.
And used his autopilot.
I can't remember what the hell that chip does.
It automatically applies the 2 times to the best performing driver.
What, of the team?
Yeah. You pick your team. Now, if, say, for example, you've got your 2 times on
Russell.
Hamilton.
Yeah.
No, it has to be another driver within your team.
Russell is in my team.
No, sorry, I was looking at Daniels as I said it.
Yeah.
It basically means whichever driver in your team scores the best will automatically get the 2 times.
Ah, right, okay. That's why he's got...
If that's not the one you've chosen anyway. But if it is the one you've chosen, you just lose the autopilot. Now, I have a feeling he may have just burned his autopilot because...
Yeah.
I can't imagine his 2 times would have been on anybody else.
The problem is, this is the thing, it doesn't tell you...
No, it doesn't tell you if it moved.
Yeah, it doesn't tell you the additional transfer, who he's
I think, does it not? If you bring up his full team, I think it might show you.
I have got his full team.
No, you can't do that then. Oh, I think I might know how to do it. No, doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Anyway, second 182, and then Watson
and then Simon.
228 points.
He had a pretty good weekend.
I mean, well, it's Mercedes and Racing Bulls are 2 times on Russell, on Antonelli.
Yeah.
But Racing Bull driver, yeah, he's got a fairly solid. That is a well put together team now, I must admit.
Well, Kimi, Lindblad and Lawson, Ocon, Hadjar, Mercedes and Racing Bulls. Now, obviously, Mercedes will have got him the brunt of the points as well as Antonelli. Obviously. But considering... Yeah, because he got 27 points because both drivers got Q3. And he got 58 points. He got a point for race positions gained and then race overtake bonus as well. I mean, he's got a pretty solid team. I mean, overall, I've got 930. I'm at the bottom with 939. Then Alan on 1034. David's in third with 1226. So you're clawing. Simon is on 1000.
Yeah, to me, the gap between us 3 at the bottom and the 2 at the top seems to be drawing upwards.
Yeah. 1565. And Daniel's still on the top with 1629.
I mean, you're the league having, you don't just boot him out.
I could, but
Joking, of course.
It's not fair. But like I say, overall, will anybody catch him? I'd say Simon could catch him. You could probably catch him. Possibly. But we'll see. We shall see. Is there anything you want to add before I do timings?
Yeah, I just think we should mention it's a shame to see that Natalie Brooks has decided to step back.
Yeah. Was it
You know,
Rachel Brooks?
Rachel Brooks. I mean,
Rachel,
yeah. Where did I get Natalie from?
Because you were thinking of Natalie Pinkham.
Possibly.
Yeah, it's a shame to see Rachel's left the Sky Sports F1 team. To be honest.
You know, other than that, no, I'm not going to repeat my wishing Michael Massey a happy birthday from the other one.
So, timings for Silverstone.
At least there's one thing. This time he gives you the mean British time and he's actually right.
Yeah. So obviously it's British Grand Prix. And it is a sprint weekend. Practice 1 on the 3rd of July is 12:30 till 1:30. Sprint quali also on the 3rd of July, 4:30 till 14 minutes past 5 in the afternoon. Wow. So precise. Weirdly enough. 4th of July. The sprint is at 12 o'clock midday till 1. Then
I'm going to have to catch that back. I'll still be at work. That's annoying, but
then qualifying on the 4th is 4 p.m. till 5 p.m. And then the race is on the 5th of July at 3 p.m. That's not bad. Will we see upsets? Who knows? What do you reckon?
I think it's going to be an interesting one. We'll see how it goes.
I think Russell will have a point to prove because it's home. Lando's
going to want to prove something because it's home.
Because it's home. And Hamilton. I mean, Behrman. It's insane that. Behrman and bloody Albon, but you know.
And Lindblad.
And Lindblad.
You know, so basically, there could be a lot of drivers wanting to win. Like, that's kind of a rare thing.
Yeah. But I still think Kimi will want to prove something and upset quite a lot of people. But will we see, you know, Max having that good form at Red Bull? At the Red Bull Ring, will we see him have good form at Silverstone?
Tune in to find out. Same bad time, same bad channel.
So yeah, if there's nothing you want to add, I'm going to end this one here.
Aye, aye. Yeah,
So-
nothing. That's why I said aye, aye.
Thank you to everybody for listening. Hope you're enjoying this season, because we kind of are in terms of the racing.
Yeah.
That's for certain. Obviously, do go and check out the gaming channel. Link for that is in the description, and we shall see you for the next one. So until then,
Later, folks.
goodbye for now.